Yes, boss. Let's get it, man. People dislike who they cannot control. There's a spicy one to end off the week, man. If I could get one more in before my trip, I'll go ahead and drop it, man. Well, here's the deal. You gotta understand that in life, people love a good dummy. People really do love like a good sucker. Like you could really like help me out in life, or you can pump me up, or get me to the next level, or I can take advantage of you. You're an ass, I'm gonna ride you. Like, people love that shit. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're a person where you have a lot of value, but you don't know your value. Oh my God. You're the sweetest lick for people. Because why? If you don't know your value, somebody can come along and take advantage of you. Somebody could put value on you if you don't know how to value yourself. So understand this, right? One of the biggest parts as to why people dislike those who they cannot control is because they're too powerful. And that's not even like all of it, right? When you're too powerful or you cannot be controlled, there are certain factors to you that's going to piss certain people off. One of the main factors you need to have, if people cannot control you, you're a smart individual. You can think on your own. You can think critically. You feel me? I.e., if you can think on your own, you don't need anybody to think for you. If you value your own opinion, you don't care whatever anybody else thinks about you. You get what I'm saying? Those are two of the most important factors. One of the next one that's most important, and it's one of my biggest ones, being self-sufficient. When you're self-sufficient, you're reliant on self. You don't rely on nobody else. You don't wait for nobody else to come and help you out. You don't wait for nobody else to show you the way. You make things happen. When you're self-sufficient, you're a dangerous individual, bro. Because here's the deal. There's a lot of people in this life that want to play self-sufficient, but they're codependent. Meaning they rely on other people. You ever seen some people? It's like they need their friends around, or they need their spouse or whatever to thrive. I've never been like that in life, bro. And that's one of the biggest things I learned from being in my household. If you want to do certain things, try your hardest on your own, bro. There's nothing wrong with teamwork. Teamwork can definitely make the dream work. But if you understand and believe in yourself, you're a dangerous person. You feel me? Because remember this, I told you this, right? In order for somebody to manipulate you and be successful at it, they have to find out where you're weak at. You feel me? So, hey, you need a girlfriend? You're weak in that area? I'll play like I'm your girlfriend. You don't have a boyfriend? You're weak in that area? I'll play like I'm your boyfriend. You don't got a friend? I'll be your best friend. You got to understand these things. The only way somebody can manipulate you is if you're weak in a certain area. That way they can fill that void and pretend to be like whoever it is that you want them to be, or whoever it is that they've extracted information out of you. They tailor themselves to be that information that they've gotten out of you, to be this perfect person that you've been just waiting for all along. That's all bullshit, bro. Understand this as well, right? People, when they dislike you for not being able to control you, it's something that's internal inside of you. More than self-sufficiency. More than grit. More than all of that. Sometimes it's the heart that you have. Some people don't have the type of heart that you have. Some people don't have that type of level of understanding or compassion. There are some people that's just cold and broken in the world. And because that's the state that they're in, they try to find other people that they can turn them into that same way. You ever heard of saying, oh, this person, like, they screwed me over or they left me broken? That's the purpose. A lot of people who dislike you because they cannot control you, that's what their end goal is, to break you and destroy you. So you don't know your way, you cannot get up again, or you can't walk again, or you can't move like how you used to. The reason why I know about all of this stuff, before anybody out there in the world tried to break me, or O'Neal or whoever, or any other friend tried to cross me, my mom did all of that to me first-handedly. That's why I look at certain people like, you a fucking rookie, dog. My mom did everything in the book to break me, dog. Everything in the book. That's why I laugh at people. Oh, I'm going to challenge D'Angelo. Bruh, if I'm supposed to challenge you, I promise you I'd really make you want to cry, dog. Some people don't understand. There's some people who've been around the block thousands of times. There's some people who've been in certain predicaments where they could have lost their life. And that's where they gained knowledge at. I've been in a lot of predicaments like that. Sometimes I'm even surprised how I'm still standing till this day. I'm surprised sometimes I don't even have like some severe mental issues because of the stuff that I endured from young. But that's what makes you who you are. When you're not somebody who's easily controlled, people are going to dislike you. Give you another example into this. Why do you think there's some people that have all of these friends, big ass friend groups? And it's like, bro, all of you guys are so solid and so close, tight knit. Wrong. Sometimes what it is some people's friendship dynamic, they have so much dirt on each other, they just cover up for each other. We're in cahoots together. You ever heard that famous saying, we're in bed together? Some shit like that. Or they're in bed with the person, or they got some shit going on. Exactly. It's deeper than what it is that you can see. You got secrets for me, I got secrets for you. That's why we're locked in like that as a friend group. And people who, you're not willing to bow down to us, or you're not going to conform to this friend group, forget you, bro. We can't control you. We don't like you. That's even better for them to want to go ahead and spread lies and run a smear campaign on you. Because when it comes time for you to go ahead and open up your mouth, guess what? Your credibility is damn near gone. Because why? People already painted you to be a certain kind of way. The only way people are going to be really willing to like listen to you like that is if they have some form of a common sense, or they think outside of the box, or they have a mind of their own. They don't move or get programmed off of what the next person tells them. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes in life, if you want to get the answers, if you cannot go straight to the source or go straight to the horse's mouth, you got to do your research, dog. You got to get on your shit. Get on your nerd vibes. Okay, compare and contrast. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? This person, their story hasn't changed, but your story has. Who had more to gain out of this situation? These are things some people don't even ask, bro. Why would this person go ahead and smear campaign your name? Because there's a deeper underlying reason. There's some people who really don't like others like that. Remind you what I said. For O'Neal to go as far as he did and threaten my life and this, that, and the third, and come to my crib and come with his little homie and then start the gang stalking and stalking me from different pages, you already hated me from a long time ago. It's just like, you ever seen that interview? It's a rapper named ESTG. When he was just blowing up, he went on this podcast called the Dirty Glove Podcast. He said, sometimes all some people were looking for was to find one little issue so they can push it to the max how they really feel about you. That's how O'Neal was. From jump, that nigga never liked me. And I started to slowly catch on after sometimes I catch that nigga looking at me in a dirty ass way, but I know it's because you teach me street knowledge. But over time, I had to challenge myself and ask myself, why is it that this one person can have so much hatred towards me? I get it now. Because I'm not somebody you can control. That's why there's some people in life, once they start to lose control over others, they try to find a way that they can regain control. Either inserting fear or seeing if I can cover your corners or back you into a wall so you can't run anywhere. That's gay as fuck, my nigga. As a man, I'm just telling you real, bruh. As a man, if you feel the need or necessity to want to dominate another man or corner them or let me put this motherfucker in the wall, you're a faggot. That's something like what Diddy does, my nigga. Listen to what Diddy said, bro. What people said around him. Diddy said, if I can control a man, I can control anybody. Because why? Some people are looking for power. Some people, that's all they know in life. Let me use force on you. Let me build up my numbers, their strength in numbers, so I can use it against you so you can't do shit. That's one of the biggest reasons as to why a lot of people do not like me. My mom, family members, that little weird nigga, all of that shit. Because I don't conform to people. And you got to understand something. When you're self-sufficient or you're independent or you're a free thinker or you're not codependent or anything like that, watch out. You're going to be a problem to people. Pay attention. How many times you had somebody call you for a favor and how many times you ever called them for a favor? How many times people need you for your assistance versus how many times you ever called them for assistance? This is stuff that makes people get pissed off and it make their blood boil. Because there are some people who start to wake up to the reality, damn, bruh, I never really had power like that. Think about it. How many people are riding off of some form of a false belief or I have power? You don't have power because you have the ability to manipulate the masses and get them on your side. That's not power. You want to know when power is real? When it's unforced. When you can use it, you can say whatever it is or whatever the situation is and let the people decide. That's when you know you got some form of power, dog. You ain't got to go out here and force people by the hand or you better do whatever it is that I say. You're going to make that decision I told you? There's some people, they use force to get their power. Guess what? That's falsified power. If you got to use force on somebody or try and put somebody in a state of fear, guess what? That's false power. What does that sound like? Like what they call them? The Prince family. Jay Prince and his family and Juniors and all of them niggas. There's a lot of people out here who don't really have power. They just like the feel of trying to make somebody conform to them, put them in a state of fear. And once you're in this state of fear, I'm going to keep you there until you learn your lesson. That you don't ever go against me. You know how many times I had people in my life try to humble me, my nigga? Because I wouldn't do things the way that they wanted it to, or they perceive me, oh, you weak, or you learn too much, you know too much, so you're gonna bow down, or if not, there's consequences. Nigga, fuck you. I'm not doing none of that shit, bro. I don't bow down to not a friggin' soul, bruh. I'm hella rebellious, bruh. And before I even do any form of, oh, we're gonna conform, I don't conform to nobody, my nigga. You're gonna have a hell of a hard time trying to get me to conform. If anything is true power or it's genuine, it's going to be done in an unforceful manner. You get what I'm saying? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I'm going to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. Just understand this. If people dislike you because they cannot control you, fuck them. Who are you to try and control and dominate the next person? Remember the famous saying, worry about what you can control. There's some people in life, they try to control every and anything, every friggin' crevice, any aspect, because why? That's where they feel the most power. Until you take away that power, then their ass starts to crumble like the cookie, just like that weird nigga like I said, bro. This shit is hilarious to me, dog. Understand this, dog. Some people, all you got to do to make them crumble is withdraw yourself. Or go elsewhere, or go AWOL, or just yeah, I'll be right back. Like AWOL, but they expecting, oh, they'll be back by now. You still not back yet? No. It's just like that scene from, what is it, Next Friday? when Chico was like, they should be back now by any minute. You know, any minute now. Like, exactly. That's how you got to do it, bro. You got to learn how to play people like that, bro. Sometimes when people expect you to play a certain game, you got to give them their game, but still play your game. Give people what it is that they expect, but just snatch that shit away from them. You feel me? 444 the world, man. Peace.